Hello, high flyers. Spirit is guiding you to take in some of this cleansing sage to weed your emotional garden today. The three aspects of discipline, flexibility, and transformation. Hello, dear collective. I'm Anthony, the Empathic Elevator. And I'm here to help turn on that divine light inside of you. Right here in your heart space. So without further ado, let's see what the cards have to say for the viewers today. We're going to start with Conscious Spirit, segue into Abraham, and finish off with Prism Oracle. I invite you to look to my Calendly link for any private readings you may be interested in scheduling. I am open for private readings. I do have a somewhat limited calendar because I do work as well. But yes, come on in. We'll nestle in and see what Spirit has for you to see. Needs you to hear. Angel spirits and guides, ascended masters and ancestors, what do we have for the viewer today? Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for the viewer today? Underlying energy for the day is personal power. Solar plexus chakra. Sort of. Personal power, yes. I take actions daily to awaken my personal power. We've been guided over the past while to take these actions to awaken our personal power. And Spirit is guiding you to look at how disciplined have you been in doing this? How are we reflecting on the times when we've been called to take back our personal power? And how are we allowing these experiences and processes to guide us towards transformation? Well, let's start with the aspect of forest frolic, maiden. I encourage people to go out in nature every day if you can. If you get on this channel, Spirit's going to reiterate this for you. We're light workers, way showers, earth angels, 3333 on the timer. People that work with body, mind, and spirit, that are connected, tuned in, tapped in, turned on. And so we're constantly being called to ground, to connect to spirit and nature, and to acknowledge your inner child and the joy that she brings. Open your heart to the joy she brings as well. Perhaps, we got the plant medicine here being symbolized with the mushrooms. We also have the eager little squirrel, curious little squirrel. Curious about whether or not you're going to take your power back. And also excited to see you have fun with your inner child, nature, squirrels, spirit, source, God wants to see you have fun with your inner child. Excuse me. Spark of divine. You can ignite this spark of the divine. It's coming from a place of unconditional love. Ignite the spark is just the greatest word. The light that is your personal power, that is this spark of unconditional love with the energy of pink. It's also reminding you that the spark within you comes from as an extension of source energy. I reignite the divine spark within me, and I recognize that I am part of all creation, part of all creation. 27, 38 on the board, 13, 25 in spirit guides. I open my heart to my spirit guides and the wisdom they bring. Opening our hearts and going through this process. Some of you have found new spirit guides. Some of you are letting go of spirit guides that have served you up until now, at least for this cycle. Calling in new spirit guides, calling in the stability and the lightness, this divine light. She's holding a feather, and it kind of it represents, weighing the heart, finding the lightness of your being, finding your light being as well, connecting with your higher self as pictured. Spirit guides. And spirit awakens. This is the week where your spirit awakens again. We go through many of these awakenings, if you will. People talk about, I have awakened, I've gone through an awakening. And from my experience, if you're anything like what I've experienced, you'll go through several of these awakenings, several of these ascension goals, ascension markers. I embrace my soul purpose and I align all aspects of my life to it fully. So it kind of echoes that idea of tuning into that heart space, opening up to our connection to Mother Earth and Spirit. You're holding Mother Earth at her heart, at her core, but also open to this divine light of God Source energy. Embrace your soul purpose. As we find balance, we're doing this balancing act, finding our balance in the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine, and both light and dark aspects of both. I understand and embrace the opposing forces in life that bring about balance. Allow this understanding to help bring back some personal power, to take your power back through understanding that everything is as it needs to be. Everything is unfolding just as it is ready to, just as it is needed to as well. Thank you, Spirit. Next. Reach for your dreams. To reach for your dreams is one of the best things you can do. Continue this adventure, this goal, this dream. I am the creator of my own dreams, and I achieve them with confidence. If we watched yesterday's reading, we talked about confidence and the color cyan. As we are opening up this process, Spirit is letting us know that humanity, as we reach for our dreams, as we open up to Spirit, humanity is now at this point of opening up their throat chakra, opening up to speak their truth. You included, the sun goddess, making plans to honor the sun, to honor the element of the sun, the goddess of the sun, Isis. I celebrate each sunrise and I recognize the healing energies of the sun. We have these magical Egyptian hieroglyphs on these pillars, these, what's the word? Not monuments, but anyways, sun goddess. We're connected to the sun dragons, the fire dragons. You can celebrate each sunrise, celebrate the fire within you, celebrate the sun goddess, and acknowledge the power, the piece of that power that is within you, taking those actions daily to awaken your personal power. Third eye chakra, indigo light, tuning into our third eye, insight. This is a great time for you to see the wisdom of your higher self and apply this wisdom in your life. Calling you to connect to spirit guides. Some of you doing a wonderful job at finding this connection, at opening up, balancing, again, with this balance. Balancing our ability to see things clearly, 11:11 on the timer, to see when we are and are not in alignment with our beliefs and desires. The heart chakra, yes, this pink and green energy. The pink is that energy of the upper heart chakra, the vibe of unconditional love, love without condition. I love myself and others unconditionally and nurture loving relationships. She holds this pink rose as well, this rose of tenderness and love, of universal love, as pink represents that universal love, that divine love as well. Let your heart chakra open so that we can move up the scale, move into balancing the throat chakra, move into balancing the third eye. Call on the moon goddess. Moon goddess is calling on you as well. We're seeing signs and signals, synchronicities. I'm in harmonious flow with the moon's energy in all phases of life. Can you find your flow at this time with the moon's energy? Can you find that feminine flow that is being in the receptive mode, as Abraham would call it? Can you get tuned into your ability to receive? How about finding a sacred space where we can find balance, where we can awaken spirit and reach for our dreams? Stop the doing, lay down those wings for a minute and tune into the flow of abundance, tune in the flow of the dreams that want to find you. Connect with animals, connect with nature, connect with the spirits in nature. Spirit guides, we have all these little glimmers of fairies. We also have the beaver building a foundation in a sacred space. Beavers are builders of great houses. How are you building your house, your body, that which houses your soul? And sacral chakra. Sacral chakra reminds you to tune into your feelings, to find your connection to your feelings, to feel all of the feels. We will open up and begin this balancing act as well. Some of you have been in this balancing act of awakening our personal power, of feeling comfortable in my own body, feeling comfortable with your feelings, and being sensitive to the feelings of others as well. Finding foundation in this. Tuning into that flow of abundance. Becoming the flow of abundance as well. There are spirit guides. There are abundance elementals, abundance spirits that want you to help to tune into this flow, to find the opportunities with our little opportunistic otter here, to come home to the flow of abundance, just as a salmon swims upriver to his original home. Mantra is, I feel grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. What a beautiful, true statement. C'est beau et vrai. C'est beau et vrai. Beautiful and true. The healer, because we're opening up to our healing qualities. This is a time when humanity the healers are awakening as a whole. We're awakening to our healing abilities and properties. As we embrace unconditional love and find compassion that's in our hearts, act from compassion. We acknowledge that I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. We have the bear totem. We also have this emerald color, as well as the quartz that she's holding, this Lemurian quartz, I always see it as. And copper. Copper is about grounding, nurturing, grounding in your healing energy. Also hearing others. Find it comforting, find it nourishing to ground in your energy. So we go to the Abraham Hicks Well-Beings card. Well-being cards. Abraham Hicks Well-Being cards. We see a yes. Just in case you guys like to see a little demonstration. When it comes to those private readings too, we can do yeses and nos with the dowsing rods. It's my aunt. My auntie taught me how to use the dowsing rods. It's a wonderful way to tune into your intuition. Anyways, I'm delaying and making this reading longer than it needs to be. I have run out of room on my table. Angel spirits and guides, ascended masters and ancestors, what do we have for the viewer today? I'm a vibrational being in a vibrational environment. Underlying energy for the day, to acknowledge that you are a vibrational being, that you are a radiant extension of source, a radiant being, radiating like a star. Just like a little man on this card. To receive what I want, I must not push against. Something we've been pushing against. We've been putting up extra walls. Kind of like what's going on in the Middle East right now. Pushing against things and kind of making situations worse. Receive what you want. Don't push against. So we might just be not seeing something beautiful behind this fence, something nourishing like that fruit tree, something that the earth has provided for us. Life is always in motion, so I cannot be stuck. You are not stuck, viewer. I know it may seem like you're stuck. I hear ya. I've been there. Anything like me, you've gone through many periods where you feel like things just aren't moving, and that's normal. It's okay. Life is always in motion, so you cannot feel stuck. The reason it may feel to you that you are stuck is because while you are continuing to think the same thoughts, things are changing, but they are changing into the same thing over and over. So we're constantly creating a fresh reality. Every day is a new reality, and so if we repeat the same thought patterns and reactions, we're just creating the same day, the same experiences over and over again, and that in itself is change. They're just changing it from into the same thing. When my desires and beliefs are a vibrational match, about coming into alignment, 2121 on the timer, finding that balance, finding the balance of what you desire and allowing yourself to open up to it, allowing yourself to flower, to pollinate the flowers, to visit those areas of your life that are fruitful and flowering, and allow the sun to kiss it. Be grateful for what the sun has brought into your life, with that sun goddess energy. My financial decline will not elevate the impoverished. Can't make the poor less poor by becoming poor yourself, because literally you just create another poor person yourself. You awaken, spirit. You find the wisdom of your spirit guides that is shared through maybe some of the experiences we've experienced around this vibration of overgiving. I now hold the key to creating my every desire at 2233 on the timer. So finding new relationships with spirit, connection, body, mind, and spirit, alignment. You now hold the key to creating every desire. Beautiful. The way you feel indicates your level of allowing or resisting. Once you understand that, you now hold the key to creating anything you desire. And that's about that sacral chakra energy. The key is about how we feel. Allow yourself to feel all of your feelings, because success is in the joy that I feel. 2323 on the timer. Embracing changes, allowing yourself to find joy, to light that spark, that star spark, so that you can stand out in the dark, so you can find your identity in the dark, find your face, find your smile, find your grace. That was just beautiful, wasn't it? My emotional set points can be changed. You can change your emotional set points. You can guide your thoughts to better feelings so that your emotions feel different. We can take actions like acknowledging our inner child, opening your heart to the joy she brings, to allow yourself to change those emotional set points. Now we have, what about those innocent little babies? That's going to be a difficult one to understand. But basically, yes, terrible things happen to young folks, to kids, kids get cancer and die. Kids are involved and in places where war and strife takes place. But what Spirit helps us to understand, what Source helps us to see clearly, that third eye chakra energy. And we can do it from a place of compassion and love, opening our heart to this wisdom, to the guides, looking at it through the heart space. But that these children, we all came here knowing that we would experience these trials and tribulations. 25 on the timer. Life is always in motion, so we cannot be stuck. And if we constantly focus on like the horrors of the world, we're just recreating our reality into being the same horrific experience. My greatest gift to give is my happiness. Oh, what a beautiful statement. This is profound. This is powerful. This is a powerful card. And that you can hold onto this light of you, this piece of the sun's energy that is you. Find the wisdom, find the knowing with the crown, and have fun, reaching for this levitating space where we feel a light, where we feel released into levity. That's the word I was looking for. Absolute well-being is the basis of my universe. There's an affirmation I'd like to hear you write in the comments. Absolute well-being is the basis of your universe. It's why we experience anything. Even contrast is driving us, providing us, guiding us towards finding well-being, finding the joy, finding the silver lining. Open yourself, be in a harmonious flow with the moon's energy. Allow life to show you what you're not seeing. And why does saying no to it mean saying yes to it? 27 on the timer. It's 9 and 9 energy. So we're nearing this completion of releasing, saying no to what we don't desire. More healthfully, we can acknowledge what we desire and then turn our focus to what we do desire. We can acknowledge these things that we don't appreciate to be involved with, but guide ourselves towards creating, imagining what we do desire to create. Success is in the joy that you feel. And all that is benefiting from your existence. It's kind of a hair-blowing experience. This is also a very powerful card, a very actionary card, reminding you that every action we take, every piece of your existence, every slightest improvement, every bit of happiness that we provide, all it is benefiting from the existence, benefiting from the motion, the constant decisions and desires. And what if Source were standing in my physical shoes? They would stand in their light. They would do their most. We would bring ourselves into alignment with our desires and preferences we have launched. We would consciously feel our way into alignment. So when your desires and beliefs are a vibrational match, you open up to your true desires, to the vibes, the energy that is in your heart, but not just in your heart that's available to create what you desire. Because with that, you hold the key to creating your every desire. Angel spirits and guides, ascended masters and ancestors, What do we have for the viewer right now? From Prism Oracle. Prism Oracle. Mm-hmm. Underlying energy for today is to surrender. Surrender to abundance. Surrender to this process. Trust the process. TTP, as my coaches would say. Trust the process and surrender. As you reach for your dreams, surrender to spirit. Surrender to your soul purpose. Open your heart. That heart chakra, opening up with love yourself. To love yourself unconditionally and to nourish loving relationships. Surrender to this healing energy that is you. Surrender to the joy your inner child brings. And don't fear this connection. Don't fear these changes. Fear is but a portal, like this doorway. Walk through that door of fear. Feel the fear. And do it anyways, with fear. It means you light and step into feeling the fear and doing it anyways, feeling all the feelings. You ignite this divine spark within you. You can trust this divine spark within you. You can trust your spirit guides. I get it. Sometimes we don't trust our spirit guides, and some of you right now don't. And that's okay. We re-encourage to try to open your heart, get into your heart space. How would unconditional love view what spirit has brought into your life? Are you creating more of the same things? Can you trust that it's all for your benefit? That as well, all it is benefiting from your decisions and experiences, your existence as well. We're building in the strength. We're strengthening with strength. This is our root chakra. We're strengthening our root chakra, our connection to Mother Earth. We're strengthening this spiritual awakening. We're having a stronger spiritual awakening. You're becoming strong in your awakening with spirit as well. We're finding the strength to embrace your soul purpose. And it's okay, we're gonna experience rejection, it's part of it. We're also rejecting the ideas that don't serve us, rejecting what blocks us, what doesn't make us feel good. Rejection is also part of that contrast, one of those things that guides us to knowing what we do want. What you don't want guides you to know what you do want. And movement. So we take movement towards our dreams. We reach for our dreams. Taking action to awaken your personal power daily from a place of love, this green heart chakra energy. And as well as acknowledging the sun. Enjoying clear insight. Taking movement to balance, taking action to balance your third eye chakra so we can see things more clearly. And stop doing what's no longer serving you. Stop cutting yourself off from your connection. Take the time as well to stop and appreciate life. Stop as well pushing against, because to receive what you want, you must not push against. Stop and love yourself. Take this time to stop and really find a space to love yourself unconditionally and others, and to nourish those loving relationships. Allow yourself to get into the flow, into harmonious flow. This is marvelous. We have this moon goddess energy inviting you to get into harmonious flow. Flow is coming your way. We're finding these steps, this process of tuning into the flow of abundance. You can utilize a sacred space to help us to find this flow, to allow your feelings as well to flow like water, like Cancer season is teaching us, to allow us to feel all of our feels, to allow that water energy, that womb energy, that feeling energy to flow like water, and to find your magic, your healing magic, your insight, this third eye shape. The Vesica Pisces is radiating this magic. It's a center of magic within you. Your third eye, your insight. There's magic in feeling your feelings. There's magic in gratitude, being grateful for the abundance and nature and the universe provides. It's a magical thing. 35:55 on the timer. Body, mind, and spirit embracing all these changes. And body, mind, and spirit, I know, see, and hear it. And bringing in some conscientiousness too, I'm hearing. Can we be conscientious about where our consciousness stands? We're raising our consciousness as well. Where is your consciousness staying if we're in this reality we're experiencing? Since life is always in motion, if it feels like you're stuck, we're just creating more of the same thing again. So how can we view, things that children are going through, things that we want to push against, emotions that maybe don't feel so good? How can we look at this from a place of consciousness? To find the love, to stand in a place of love, to radiate from this energy of love as well, from this heart space. The heart chakra, upper heart chakra with pink, is this unconditional love. I love myself and others unconditionally. And then when your desires and beliefs are a vibrational match, you'll love what you're doing and you'll do what you love. Balance. Yep. This balancing act that is life. You are balanced maybe 5% of the time. 37 on the timer. 10 and 10. It's that we constantly need to awaken spirit. Constant striving for balance. Constant craving. Constant craving. We also have to balance in how we handle our monies in times like this. It can be, yes, we should give, but your financial decline will not elevate the impoverished, because well-being is the basis of everyone's universe. We need to, rather than give all of your hard-earned money away, all your hard-earned abundance, because you've learned to surrender to abundance, surrender to this idea that others can find well-being as well. Encourage them into a stage of growth, as you have been going through the stage of growth. And we've been growing massively. Congratulations, says Spirit, on all the growth we've experienced. We've grown into this place of beginning to hold the key to creating your every desire, stepping into illumination, your personal power. The idea, the fact that you are a vibrational being in a vibrational environment. Step through this portal, allow our light to shine through the window. Open that personal power, that seat of your illumination, illuminating with spirit, with source, getting into alignment with that illumination energy. November 2nd, transformative day that requires emotional accountability. As you move through the psychologically probing waters of Scorpio season, find your footing with discipline and the number 4. Whether you add some structure to your life, that strength, this column of strength, the structure, strengthening your root chakra as a seat and seed of structure. As you add some structure to your workday to ensure you fulfill all of your responsibilities or show up with complete effort in your therapy session, know that personal integrity goes a long way today. However, reflection with the 4 of Cups is an important thing to work on too. Take a step back throughout today to consider where you are investing your emotional energy. If certain things are draining your cup recently, don't be shy to set boundaries or say no and to what is no longer serving you. No means no. This comedian I just listened to today is a short. It's like, I don't speak great English, but apparently many people speak worse English than I do because they don't even understand what no means. It's pretty profound and good. Really thought about that one, he did. Because at the end of the day, you're always evolving. Transformation invites you to get honest. Transformation with the Death card invites you to get honest about what your life and identity has run its course. By grieving and honoring what was, you can open up space, that sacred space, for hope and optimism for the magic that's to come. Archangel Gabriel coming through to invite you to call on her to ignite this hope and intuition. Remember, there is huge spiritual and psychological power in closing a chapter to begin a new one. So right here is this idea of taking actions to awaken our personal power. If we can let go of what no longer serves us, this life, this identity that's run its course, in that moment, in that action, that movement, we take back our personal power. Today's mantra: I will pull out the old emotional weeds to free myself for the new psychological growth. We're weeding that emotional garden. Today's journal prompt: what in my life, personally or professionally, has gone as far as it can? And yet, am I afraid to admit that it might be over? 4242 on the timer. 6s are about balance. Today's ritual: let go of items in your life that no longer serve you. You don't need to go through your whole apartment or home. Simply take time to go through one drawer, creating space for what's to come. Born on this day, perhaps even just a drawer of the mind. Born on this day, we have Aga Khan, 48th Imam of the Nizari Ismaili sect of Islam, co-founder of All India Muslim League, and the president of League of Nations. Wow, that's a mouthful. Mandy Carter, American LGBTQ plus activist, and Shah Rukh Khan, Indian actor, film producer, and television personality, said this: success and failure are both part of life, and both are not permanent. So before you soar off today, I'm going to thank you for tuning into this reading. I thank you dearly. I love you. Namaste.